Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of my Island by Motorcycle series. Just leaving the hotel this morning after a fabulous breakfast. We're going to be heading up the west coast, heading up towards Northern Ireland. Although we shan't get to Northern Ireland today. That'll probably happen tomorrow. But we're going to head up the west coast, check out some bits and bobs. Now again, if you're new to the channel and tuning in for the first time on this episode, I've been out already or around Ireland for 4 or 5 days already. I basically came down from Dublin, down to the south coast, along to the west coast, and now I'm heading up to sort of Northern Ireland and eventually back down towards Dublin before I get my ferry back across to Wales. Now I'll stick a playlist up in the top right hand corner if you missed the previous episodes. I had an absolute belter yesterday coming up from Glenagriff, up over the Healy Pass, the gap of the Dunlow and the Connor Pass. I did all that in a one yesterday. Absolutely amazing. Probably slightly different scenery this morning. I'm going to be heading up the west coast, as I said. I'm going to be taking a look at the cliffs of Moher. That's how you pronounce it. Now again, this wasn't the original plan to go and see these cliffs, but that's why I hate planning everything before. You know, planning all your routes, your hotels, because it's a whole different kettle of fish when you're actually here. You get chatting to people and in the bar and whatnot of an evening. They tell you must go and see this, you must go and see that, and things change all the time. Turn left onto Slipper Street. So the original route was to go straight on, head north, but I'm going to bung a left here and go check out these cliffs. There you go, look, cliffs of Moher. Bit of history there for you. You probably can't see that far. The start of the Battle of the Atlantic. Hours after the outbreak of the Second World War, a German U-boat torpedoed the line at Ethina. The Norwegian tanker picked up 430 survivors. Pilot Sinan Miska leapt on board under the Black Head to guide it into the Galway. I love these coastal roads where you can just see the road sweeping for a kilometre or two up in front of you. The sun's beating through there on the reflecting off the sea. But you definitely can't get much closer to the water's edge. So that's a good idea, pal. It is very similar to Scotland. I like how it unfolds. Sometimes you're up in the mountains, sometimes you're on the coastal road, sometimes you're inland. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Sometimes you're on single tracks, sometimes you're on faster flowing roads. It's very appealing. Morning, boys. Is he pulling over for me? That's very kind. Oh, it's about nearly time for some coffee and some fuel. Petrol station in 25 k's apparently, so we can stop there for some juice. What a belter of a road. I need some fuel. Oh, there's a little town down here. There's got to be accurate fuel stop. Tells you on here the next petrol stations, but some of them either aren't there, or they're derelict, or they're not manned. It's a bit hit and miss. I should have filled up way before. What a dickhead! I'm really hoping the Sweeney Oil petrol station is there for one, and it's working. Right, is up the creek without a paddle. Oh, winning. Going in. Oh, thank God for that. The cat's alright, bitch. Well, I just stopped him for a break and a coffee. Sorted me right out. Oh, the sun is out. Full tank of go-go juice, ready to go. So 160 k's to go. Arrival time 3:20, 4 o'clock-ish if I stop again. Spotty dog. Oh, there is a spotty dog. Just randomly mincing about. Come on, Ireland, show me some more twisty roads with picturesque scenery. I must say, I'm liking these tyres that came stuck on the Tiger. They're the Metzeler Karoo Streets. Kind of a dual sport tyre, so you can do a bit of light off-roading on them. But on the road, they're really quite good. Although they're not so good on wet cattle grids and wet shit. They're not so great then, but I don't imagine any tyre is good on wet shit. No issues with them in the rain. Nice and grippy. And in conditions like this, awesome. I did have a look online a couple of months back what people are sort of getting out of them. It seems to be the average around 6,500 kilometres, so not too bad. Hello. Get on there, you bastard. Get f***ed. Honestly, what the f***? Is that on there now? Holland. Day before yesterday, met a guy in the hotel from Germany. Lives about 20 minutes up the road from where I do. Go figure. This is the roads I really enjoy, although going up in the mountains on single tracks is challenging, it's slow going, but as I said, the everyday something different kind of thing. I love these faster, twisty, faster flowing roads. It's a lot of fun. Beautiful. Little beach. Have a look at this, people. Or if you want to be at one with motorcycle and nature, if you haven't already been, get yourself to Ireland. massive. I think that's the Canary Fjord. Amazing. Sunshine and rain all at once. How does that work? Well, sunshine on this side, rain on that side. I think we're going around there as well, going. I think we're heading up through there. The Canary Fjord boat tours. Cool. The Lost Valley. The nice thing about Ireland as well is that the speed limits are pretty good. Yes, through the towns it's either 50 or 60, but most of the time 80. But on roads like this, 100, obviously, until we get into the town. Found that last year when I went to Scotland. Around all the sort of lochs was all 50, and plenty of traffic. It was hard going, but all of that back there, the last, I don't know, 50 odd k's, 100k an hour limit, so you can give it a bit of beans. And as I said, I've still not seen a speed camera. Who knows, maybe my letterbox will be full of speed tickets when I get home. So why is the route not... See, it's cut a bit off. What are you doing? Don't cut bits off. So I don't understand it. I've planned an exact route, and the track for the exact route is on there, but the sat-nav's decided in all its wisdom to f*** off somewhere else. And the settings, I've turned off the automatic calculation, so it should just follow where I told it to. Ugh, so annoying. But at least the track is still on there, so I can still follow it. Ugh, windy and wet. There you go, look, and then it automatically switches back on to the route. I really don't understand it. But never mind. What's to understand? There you go, I'm in. Oh, that's the waterfall. That needs a picture. The Erith River? Is that supposed to say sheriff? Look, going this extra scenic mile has only put 20 kilometers extra on the overall distance. It's worth it just to go to these beautiful places. 54 k's to go to the hotel, not long at all now, what, probably 45 minutes. Oh, what a day it's been, another absolute belter. And I must say, the bike, what a joy it is to ride this bike. Now I'll probably do a review of this, a long-term review of this bike after I get back off this tour. I didn't want to do it beforehand because I hadn't had it for that long and I'd not ridden it over any great length. But having ridden this now for 7 days, 6 days, I've still got another 8 days to go. I think after that it's time for me to tell you how I can get on with it. No major issues with aches and pains. No, I can get a bit achy anyway on whatever bike I ride, but if I was riding the XR I'd have been in tatters. But I still get off this thing fairly fresh in the hotel and ready for the next day's riding, so what a peach. Rocks in the road. Oh, hello. Been graced with a few more lovely views on the way in. Well folks, 9.5 k's to go now and I am done for the day. What an amazing ride it has been. If you've enjoyed the vid, be sure to leave a like down below before you bugger off. Chuck me a few comments, let's have a bit of a chin wag. If you've got any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. If you're new to the channel and you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and ding dong that bell to make sure you're notified every time I upload a vid. So I'm about ready to jump on off this bike now, get me a pint, have some dinner, and have a look into what's happening in tomorrow's adventures. But until next time, I've been Sean. I shall see you in the next one.